Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Renee Summerhour. We start off with your top stories brought to you by Nevada Hand's Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. Support for the 23-year-old Tina Tintor has come pouring in since her death in the car crash involving former Raiders player Henry Ruggs. As of Monday morning, a GoFundMe page has raised more than $90,000. Tintor's friends and co-workers remember her as a good-hearted person.
A good-hearted person like that just taken away so senselessly, it doesn't make sense to anybody.
A statement from Tintor's family was posted on the GoFundMe page reading, "From our hearts to yours, we thank you for thinking of Tina and Max, and we really appreciate your support." And this weekend's House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy attended the Republican Jewish Coalition at the Venetian, along with potential presidential hopefuls for 2024. McCarthy discussed the Republican strategy to retake Congress, and former President Donald Trump spoke via video with his take on how things are going.
Yet, over the 9 months, Joe Biden and the radical left Democrats have begun systematically and intentionally to dismantle all of our successes and endanger our country beyond measure.
The Review-Journal is owned by the family of Dr. Miriam Adelson, the majority shareholder of Las Vegas Sands Corp. Las Vegas Sands operates the Venetian. A Las Vegas nursing home tied for Nevada's deadliest COVID-19 outbreak earlier in the pandemic. Now some of the families who lost loved ones in the facilities are suing for negligence. Review-Journal's Jen Ah has more on this story. Jen?
Well, Renee, one of the first residents to die of COVID at Heights of Summerlin left a voicemail for her son saying, quote, "It's really getting bad here." More than 100 residents have tested positive for the virus, and nearly half of the staff have also been infected at the Heights, according to recent data. At least 7 families have sued the facility for negligence since February of this year. This includes 5 wrongful death claims for patients who died after being infected. In court documents, the company is invoking the PREP Act, the Public Readiness and Emergency Preparedness Act, a long-standing federal law meant to shield companies fighting public health emergencies. An attorney for the Heights is asking for the lawsuits to be dismissed. One woman suing the Heights said her father did not have to die.
I'm extremely upset about it because the facility failed to protect him. Had we known that they had that many or so many COVID cases there and did not deal with the protocols necessary to protect their patients, I'm sure we would have gotten them out of there.
A 2020 investigative report by the Nevada Department of Health and Human Services and Review-Journal interviews revealed some of the most basic COVID safety measures were ignored. A former Heights administrator last year said the facility had been fully transparent and shared information with residents, patients, and families. A current administrator who is named as a defendant in each lawsuit and the Heights parent companies declined to comment. Renee?
In your business news, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability, 80 years old and still going strong. The El Cortez in downtown Las Vegas celebrates its 80th birthday on Sunday. It's the place where mobsters ushered in the mafia in Las Vegas casinos, and it's the only still operating hotel casino on the National Register of Historic Places. El Cortez's general manager says it's a balancing act to appeal to as many people as possible while preserving its history, but executives say it draws equal numbers of locals and tourists. In your health news, sponsored by Forum Dental, Love Your Smile Again, Pfizer says it has an experimental antiviral pill for COVID, and it claims to cut rates of hospitalizations and deaths by 90% in high-risk adults who get treatment early. The United Kingdom has already approved a similar drug made by Merck, which the FDA is currently reviewing here in the U.S. Currently, most COVID treatments require an IV or injection. One medical expert says this pill to treat early COVID infections would, quote, be a very important advance. Now it's time to take a look at your local weather forecast, sponsored by 1 Hour Air. No matter the season, no matter the reason, 1 Hour Air is here for you. Happy Monday, everyone. We begin your work week with partly sunny skies this morning with highs reaching around 78 degrees. Increased cloud coverage tonight, lows near 57 degrees. Light winds throughout the day and night. For the rest of the week, we begin a cooling trend, mostly cloudy skies with wind gusts picking up on Tuesday. 75 degrees for your Veterans Day, Wednesday. We will remain in the mid-70s and low to mid-50s for your evenings.
Sports, sponsored by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app and get a bonus up to $500 when you sign up. The Raiders repeatedly struggled to capitalize on trips to the red zone, resulting in a 23-16 loss to the New York Giants at MetLife Stadium.
I think we didn't execute the way we have been. I thought we had a really good week of practice, as we talked about during the week, and we were off a little bit on some of those throws, and we just didn't execute the way we have been.
At the end of the day, we just need to be better as players. Coaches did a great job. All of those things, I got to be better. This one's on me.
Sports betting, sponsored by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. Betting on the NFL can be baffling. Just ask any of the $361,000 entries in the Circa Survivor contest who backed the Buffalo Bills or Dallas Cowboys on Sunday. Buffalo lost 9-6 to the lowly Jacksonville Jaguars as 16-point favorites, and Dallas lost 30-16 to the Denver Broncos as 10-point favorites. Underdogs went 9-3 against the spread with 7 outright wins as sportsbooks won big for the second straight NFL Sunday.
In your lifestyle news, Aria gets ready for the holiday season in a very sweet way. Review Journal's Ben Hager shot this video as pastry chefs prepare chocolate Santas, ice cream cones, and oversized gummy bears, all for a holiday display at the patisserie window in Aria. In your entertainment news, brought to you by DiscoverYourNevada.com, brought to you by Travel Nevada, we go to Review Journal's Johnny Katz to hear about the Rolling Stones' first Vegas show in nearly 5 years.
The Rolling Stones paid tribute to Charlie Watts and played their first show in Las Vegas since 2016 at Allegiant Stadium. As Mick Jagger said, hey, you've got Garth Brooks, Guns N' Roses, and the Raiders. What more do you need? Well, the Rolling Stones, in what might have been their final show, rocked the place. It sounded great. The visuals are always amazing with the Rolling Stones, and the 78-year-old frontman looked like a teenager.
Thank you for watching 7 at 7 a.m. I'm Renee Summerhour. If you have a Roku device, search Review Journal to download our channel. Watch Las Vegas breaking news streaming live on your OTT device. We'll see you back here later today for 7 at 7 p.m. from the Las Vegas Review Journal. Have a great day.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.